Now let's shift our focus to Indian cinema. Lawyer turned filmmaker Karan Singh Tyagi made his directorial debut with the historical courtroom drama Kesari Chapter 2. Now currently running in theaters, the movie is getting rave reviews for its direction and storyline. In a conversation with WION Samarpita Das, the director discussed the vital importance of telling Sankaran Nair's story in today's times.
Hi, this is Karan Singh Tyagi and you're watching me on WION. I came across this book in 2020 called Case That Shook the Empire, which was written by Sankaran Nair's great-grandson. That here was a person who was born in Kerala, who studied law from Madras Law College, and then he went on to fight for the justice of people in Punjab. There is no better story for North-South unity. There is no better story to prove the fact that we are a singular, unifying country. I wanted the world to know about Sankaran Nair's legendary courtroom battle that brought an empire down to its knees. So Vicky Kaushal has delivered the voiceover in the beginning of the film. So he's the one who is the narrator of the film. He's the one who introduces the political context of 1919. He's the one who introduces the character of Sankaran Nair. So the biggest thing that I kept in mind was that I wanted to do two things. I wanted to honor the sacrifice of the people who died at Jallianwala Bagh. So we did a lot of reading and then we got access to a lot of photographs of that time. So once we had all the research material, we went about creating the Bagh. We went about constructing a set. Then we called in a lot of junior artists who were real Sardars, who were real Sikhs. Just talking to them gave us an insight into how Baisakhi is celebrated, into what the atmosphere of the Bagh would be like. And we got in an action director from Germany. His name is Florian Hotz, who's wonderful. Him, me, my director of photography, Devojit Ray. We then did an extensive preparation where we broke down each and every shot. And we were very particular that we wanted to shoot the massacre from a boy's point of view. So in the movie, the entire massacre is shot from this character Pargat's point of view. So we wanted to highlight the individual tragedy. Everyone has read about the massacre. Everyone knows about the massacre, but people don't know that the massacre was planned to the T. People don't know that after the massacre, the British Empire went into an overdrive in creating a narrative that the people at Jallianwala Bagh were armed, that they burned newspapers which were reporting the truth. They burned any publication house that wanted to get the truth out. They banned a poem. There was a poem written called Khuni Baisakhi, written by one of the survivors of the tragedy. That poem was banned. I can tell you that for a first-time director, there cannot be a better producer than Karan Johar. He fully championed my vision. He supported me each and every step of the way. And that was because he was very excited with the core idea of the film. He really liked the script. He really liked the emotion behind the script. And he was very sure that he wanted to bring Sankaran Nair's story out in the public. He wanted the world to know about the conspiracy, about the new argument that the movie brings forth, that the Jallianwala Bagh massacre was a conspiracy to kill. I would love to sort of, take the story of Dilpreet Gill forward because for me, she's a moral center of the film. She is a remarkable lady advocate who in that time is going around from place to place gathering evidence. And it would be wonderful if you can take a story forward. So in our research, we found out that in Bombay, in colonial India, that in Bombay there were a lot of burlesque bars. There were a lot of cabaret performances that used to take place. And our character Neville McKinley starts out as a washed out lawyer who's drinking his legacy away in a bar. And that kind of gave us the opportunity to showcase this aspect of the Bombay bar culture, which was prevalent during that time. As far as Indian courtroom dramas are concerned, there is a sense of creative liberty that a lot of movies have taken, and that also personally I feel is also necessary, because you're compressing a courtroom drama that goes on for several days into a 2 hour, 2.5 hour story. So there's a lot of creative liberties that are taken, and I'm all for those creative liberties because they help you in telling a compelling story. So amongst the Indian courtroom dramas, I have really liked a very old film, Anil Kapoor's film Meri Jung, which I think was incredible. I liked Rajkumar Santoshi's Damini, Shujit Sarkar's Pink. I think they have been very good courtroom proceedings. And why I particularly like them is because their emotion is so strong. As far as the West is concerned, there are several beautiful movies. There's A Few Good Men, there's Trial of Chicago 7, and there is my favorite Sidney Lumet's The Verdict.